Hey everybody, it's Barbara. And as I said in the previous review, we were going to return to the Riviera and to uh, the latest in the Riviera line. We had Exquisite Adele, and now we have Sophistiquee Vanessa. For those of you who might be new to the fashion royalty world, Vanessa Perrin is the younger sister of Veronique Perrin. Veronique being the CEO of W Cosmetics, Vanessa being with Adele, the top models. Vanessa is usually seen as the younger but highly mature for her age sister, which I think is a pretty good way of describing her. Um, this is an interesting ensemble, and we've got a lot to talk about. So let's do that, shall we? And as always, we're gonna move her in, and we're gonna start at the top. She is a ginger, and a very traditional ginger at that. That traditional um, red hair, the true auburn. It has a nice side part to it. It goes just under the shoulder bone. The hair is very soft. It has product in it, but a quick wash is not going to destroy the look of the hair. So it's a good solid set of hair here. And just because we're going to see it first before we get to her face paint, she has a very nice pair of earrings, and they pick up a couple of key colors. The gemstone at her ear is like a bluish green. It's going to pick up the bluish green in her ring, which we'll see in a few minutes. It's also going to pick up the color of her shoes, the color of her eyes, and the color of her lip. Sorry that my hand drifted away. So again, it's the color of her eyes, the color of her shoes, and the lip. Very interestingly, for once, the ring is going to match her eyes. The eyes are also a bluish green, and her lashes are real and applied. The shadowing is soft browns with the slightest, littlest bit of pink in there. Mostly brown though. And that's kind of in some of the stones. The stones in the earring are sort of brownish pink. Her lip is obviously a very soft pink, with the ever so slightest touch of pink at her cheeks, mostly the contour. The next interesting thing, and I just want to talk about this real fast, is her ring. The ring is actually in two pieces, so I'm going to put the camera down and show you what I mean. You obviously have the very nice signet, but there are actually two rings. Hopefully you can see this. The first ring, let's see if I have something I can put this through. This is sort of on the fly. Here you go. The first ring is sort of like a double set gold band that I suppose you could wear on its own, but if you've ever had an engagement and a wedding ring set, you know that this is really meant to size and hold the main ring. So they would fit together. Again, this is very hard for me to show you without the ring falling out. It would fit together. You can see it through my fingers like so. That's how they fit together. You can see it this way. They fit together like that. And this is so the ring can then go on her pinky instead of one of the other fingers. And I thought that was a pretty clever touch. So I'm going to fold her arms back now. And before we talk about the shirt, which has a sensuality to it I've really not seen in a while, we're going to talk about the skirt, because the skirt itself is lacy. It's got this interesting combination of alternating panels. You have a panel that's pleated, like so. And then you have a panel that's straight lace. So you have a large panel of pleat, and then you have lace. Pleat, lace, and that goes all the way through. It goes from most of the skirt, but then something very interesting happens when you go from the waist to the bottom of the hip. It's pure lace. So from the waist to the bottom of the hip, it's pure lace. And then that's when you have the change where you start to have a sort of bustle or a solid flower, and that's where the pleating, those are the panels of pleats. And then you would, otherwise you would have on either side of that bustle or flower the lace. Obviously this is not lined because you can already see straight through it the shirt. And the shirt, as I said, is very interesting. As I do a slow reveal. This isn't lining, but this is another layer of, again, pure lace that I associate with funeral veils. Go figure. The shirt is blue pinstripe in that male blue pinstripe. It is very long. And it sort of reminds me, if you guys remember, a while back, Integrity did a line of Breakfast at Tiffany's dolls, and they made a shirt for Audrey Hepburn / Holly Golightly that was a tuxedo shirt that could fit on a male. So it was sized that she was wearing the guy's shirt. The length of this shirt made me think of that too. That this was a guy's shirt. But this is much more tailored. That I don't think an FR, unless they would cut it differently, I don't think an FR guy can put this on. But I might try this when the homes come out. I might try it. The other thing that kind of made me think of that is the wonderful detailing on the arm. Both arms have this detailing. It's a same material, same blue pinstripe ribbon around the arm. Very feminine. Very interesting look. Which again made me think, is this supposed to be a guy's shirt that she then wrapped around to tailor fit the arm? It's an interesting thought. She does not have on stockings or underwear. She doesn't need the underwear because the shirt covers that part. And she has on a really interesting pair of shoes. The shoes not matching the lip, but matching the nail polish on her toes and her hands. It is a very spiked heel, as you can see, and a slight platform at the ball of the foot. There is a faux strap, but these are really slip-on, so you have to slip them on very carefully. This back of the shoe. And the shoes, for once, do not have anything special to the sole. It's just a black sole. It's not a triple tone or anything like that. It's just a black sole. So that is the primary of the look. And the rings just came off. Oh, at least I know where they went. There are a couple of more elements to this, and I will put them on her on the stand. I'm also just trying to catch both parts of the skirt when I put her down so this doesn't rip. There we go. The other two pieces that come with this ensemble, The first one does not excite me because I'm just not excitable by this. It is a leopard print stole. Yippee! Not. Um, yeah, not a fan. Even though it is very nicely lined, very classy, very soft. Not a fan of the leopard print. And in particular, this is the Riviera. Why are you putting fur on in the Riviera? It's like now I'm starting to think of that rule when you before you walk out the door, take one thing off. If that was me, this would be the one thing coming off. It's not horrible. I just, again, this is my personal preference. I don't like leopard print. I would not wear it. I would not put my dolls in it. And yet, for the sake of the review, let me just show you that it would fit over her with the hook and eye closure. With the hook and eye closure. With the hook and eye closure. Take 3. There we go. Like so. I mean, it adds an interesting element. It would almost seem autumnal. But then again, my question becomes, if she's at the Riviera, why is it autumnal? You know what I'm saying? What I do like a lot better with this ensemble, what I think is a much better accessory to have, because it brings a little more color to the whole piece, is this lovely dual handle purse, which everybody's into. It's got the longer shoulder strap and the handbag handle. It does open, but if you notice here, there's some hardware on the side that's going to prevent it from opening up a whole wide way. I mean, it can open up enough that if you wanted to stick a pair of gloves, which he doesn't have, or tissue, or passports, you can put that in. Again, this pink you will see in her earrings. I do want to make that point. Again, if I was gonna put this on, I'd use the purse and not the shawl. One or the other children, not both. And since I like the purse better, either you're in and you're out, and the fur is out. Here we go. Ta-da! There she goes. She's got a purse. Now she's ready to take on the world. The one other thing that this ensemble comes with is, again, the extra set of hands. The dialing, pointing set of hands that all of these come with. The other thing, one other note I want to mention, looking again at the skirt, I think, emphasis on think because I don't have it on my hands yet, I think we're going to see this skirt pattern appear again in the Agnes's outfit from the club doll. I had to try and remember if I was trying to call off at the top of my head what the name of Agnes's ensemble was, and I just couldn't get it off the top of my head, and I'm sorry about that, but it is Agnes. And her skirt, I think we're going to find, is going to be very similar to this, which I think is interesting that you had that element of skirt to skirt flowing through. I also want to show you one other thing, if I may. If you remember in the 2 previous Riviera dolls that I did, I was begging and saying, look, if they're going to the Riviera, why don't they have luggage? Well, somebody heard me. And how do I know they heard me? Because this is coming. This is a Vanessa Perrin gift set. It's called Fame and Fortune. It's for the W Club, and it is coming. And she comes with luggage. So somebody clearly heard my prayer, and I'm very glad for that. So for the very lovely Vanessa, and for me, Barbara, I will see you next time when I will be reviewing the 3 club dolls from the W Club. One will be a Poppy Parker, one will be a Eugenia, and one will be an Agnes. And I will see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.